Can Josephus's Masada history be trusted? Imagine standing on a mountain in the desert, looking at ruins that tell a story of defiance and tragedy. Masada is one of the most powerful symbols in Jewish history and faith. But how much of what we know about Masada comes from real history, and how much is shaped by stories and legends? That's what we're here to find out. The story of Masada, as told by Josephus Flavius, a Jewish historian from the 1st century, is famous. He describes how, after a long Roman siege, nearly 1,000 Jewish rebels chose to take their own lives rather than surrender. This act of resistance has become a symbol of courage and faith. But Josephus was not an eyewitness. He wrote his account in Rome, relying on second-hand stories from people who were there or knew about the events. When archaeologists started digging at Masada, they found a lot of interesting things. They uncovered Herod's luxurious palaces, storerooms, water systems, and fortifications. These match Josephus's descriptions of the site's layout and structures. However, when it comes to the dramatic story of the mass suicide, the evidence is less clear. Archaeologists found signs of fire and destruction, but not one big blaze. Instead, there are many small fires scattered around. Human remains are few, and their context doesn't definitively prove a mass killing or suicide happened as Josephus said. Some scholars believe Josephus might have exaggerated or even invented parts of his story. He wanted to impress his Roman audience and shape Jewish memory. Others think that some rebels might have killed themselves, but not all of them. There could have been fighting, or some were killed by the Romans. Interestingly, there is no mention of a battle or casualties from the Roman side in Josephus's account, which seems odd if a fierce fight took place. For visitors today, the truth of Josephus's story is less important than what Masada represents. It stands as a symbol of resilience, faith, and the struggle for freedom. The ruins of Herod's palace, the synagogue, and the water cisterns show the ingenuity of those who built and lived there. Whether or not the final act was exactly as Josephus described, the story continues to inspire many. Guides at Masada often tell both the archaeological facts and the story from Josephus. This helps visitors understand the site's history and its meaning. It allows pilgrims to connect spiritually and history buffs to appreciate the physical evidence. The story of Masada is powerful, whether it is entirely true or partly legendary. In the end, Josephus's account is a mix of history and storytelling. It can't be fully verified, and some details are uncertain. But the story's impact on Jewish identity and the site's sacred status remains strong. Visiting Masada today means engaging with both its physical beauty and its story of resistance. Knowing the facts and the doubts makes the experience richer and more meaningful.